Hello, I'm Wayne Samson. I'm here with my best friend Glenn Weisner, and today we're talking Spring Creek flies.
We both have day jobs. We also have a hobby that's way out of control. It's a company that we started. It's called Glen River Fly Company. We make a pattern-specific fly tying kit. We conduct on-stream workshops. We also help Chris Helm with his fly tying workshops. We've had the good fortune of traveling the world and fishing some of the most popular spring creeks and meeting quite a few people on the stream doing that. Today, our goal is to show you a look inside some of our fly boxes so that you get a sneak peek at some of our proven patterns. First fly that we're going to tie is the GR Sculpin.
Okay, today we're going to be tying the Sculpin. We're going to tie it on a 1750 streamer hook. This happens to be a size 4. This happens to be the favorite hook of mine, size-wise. So we have a hook and the vise, and Glenn's going to talk about materials.
As you can tell by looking at the Sculpins, they often take on a camouflage color. They're bottom-feeding creatures. We're going to use olive hen pheasant today. We're going to use a rabbit skin. This happens to be a dyed rabbit skin. It's got a barred color to it. For the underbody, we're going to use some chenille, woolly bugger chenille. For the head, we're actually going to use egg yarn. Wayne will talk about that as he ties the fly. Instead of using traditional wool, we've got an assortment of marking pens, and we're going to use lead-free wire, and we're going to use a fine gauge wire for the ribbing. Let's get started, Wayne.
Okay, I'm tying with Roman Moser Power Silk today. I'm going to start up behind the eye and attach my thread and just build a quick foundation for our next step, which is going to be our lead-free wire. I'm going to put 3 layers of wire on this, starting just slightly behind the hook eye, and attach it to the top of the hook. This one goes directly on top, wind to the rear. Instead of cutting this, I'm just going to pull down with my thread and break it off. I'm ready to come in with my next piece, which is directly beside that. Keep these on top of the hook. Wind this one down, slide in, break off, and then our last piece, which is going to go on the far side of the hook.
One of the benefits to Roman Moser Power Silk or any gel spun polyester thread is its intense strength. It enables you to use this thread when you're tying the technique that Wayne is showing you here, actually using it to cut the material.
Now this fly is tied inverted, so I'm going to actually go down the bend just a bit with my thread wraps, and I'm going to attach my chenille. Trim that down. Attach my chenille right here at the rear. Tie in, tie in. And then the next material I'm going to tie in is going to be my rib. I use some green, some olive wire. Cut off a length here. Tie this on top of the hook. Bend this tag over just for some added security. You don't want that pulling out when we start ribbing the fly. Okay, now that we have both materials tied in, we're going to wrap the chenille. So starting just down around the bend a bit, we're going to wrap that chenille, trapping that wire in between that chenille. Now we're going to build a body that's about 2/3 of the hook shank. We'll leave ourselves 1/3 up front for the head, 2/3 for the body.
So you actually have a couple wraps behind the ribbing, correct?
Correct. And that'll play a critical part once we invert this hook. Now you can see I have my 1/3, 2/3 mark.